This is Rock Hard Riffs, guitar channel for the self-taught. Well, hey there guys, this is Rock Hard Riffs, the rock and roll guitar channel for the self-taught. In today's video, we've kind of got a different type of subject. The question is Paul McCartney an a-hole? Now I know a lot of Beatle fans out there, including myself, would be asking, what in the world are you talking about? Is Paul McCartney an a-hole? Believe it or not, there's a video out there that I just happened to watch last night, that's what inspired this video, asking that very question, is Paul McCartney an a-hole? Now I'm going to link that video in the top comment. Make sure you click on that and check it out. It's a very, very well done video. And hey, if you happen to be new to our channel, please take a look at our playlists, and if you like what you see, please subscribe. We would truly appreciate that. And please spread the word, don't keep us a secret. Now, back to our subject, is Paul McCartney an a-hole? Well, the first we have to ask ourselves, am I an a-hole? Are you an a-hole? You know what, we all can be a-holes from time to time, maybe even a lot of the time, sometimes even on purpose. Present company included. There are times that, you know, sometimes you just get up on the wrong side of the bed, or sometimes you just get a bad vibe from somebody and you just are kind of a jerk to them. I know I've done it many times. It's not like I truly mean to be, but sometimes that's just how it is, right? So now, Paul McCartney, sweet little Paul, the guy that wrote Yesterday and Here, There, and Everywhere, and The Long and Winding Road, Hey Jude, Let It Be, all these great songs. Can he actually be an a-hole? Now, most of the time you hear people say that John Lennon was an a-hole. Now, John was a different kind of cat, you know. He would say one thing one day and say something completely different the next day. He was just that way. You know, he's just messing with people's heads. Now, I ask you to consider this. You are one of the, if not the biggest rock star of all time. You know, Paul is the most successful composer of the 20th century. That's according to the Guinness Book of World Records. Now you can imagine the fame, all the adulation, all that stuff that comes with being just a gigantic rock star. I mean, he's a huge rock star, let alone the Beatles. After the Beatles, Wings, and on his own, huge. Silly Love Songs, Jet, all those great songs that he wrote. You know, he's a major, I call him a musical genius. Maybe not a genius in general, but a musical genius, I think, without a doubt. I mean, you don't become the most successful composer of the 20th century without being some type of genius. Now, Paul is not only an amazing composer, he is an absolutely amazing musician. His bass playing is phenomenal. He's not Geddy Lee or that sort of thing. He's not ripping on the bass, but his stuff is so absolutely tasty. Killer stuff. And Paul also was a guitar player first, as a lot of people might know. He also plays the piano. He plays drums, all kinds of instruments. He's a multi-instrumentalist. The guy is a musical genius. But does that make him an a-hole, or does that give him an excuse to be an a-hole? Now, Paul, as you may know, had been busted many times for certain reasons. Paul was a chronic jazz cigarette smoker. He loved his jazz cigarettes, as so many people do. But he was pretty bad about it, pretty chronic, never without it, it seems. Now that can make just about anybody an a-hole. In fact, I've known a few chronic jazz cigarette smokers that are or were whatever, major a-holes. Now these people that I have known that are chronic jazz cigarette smokers that became major a-holes are probably decent people, you know. But anytime you abuse a substance chronically over years, it's going to turn your head inside out and it's going to mess you up. And you know, that may have been the situation with Paul. I don't know. Now maybe you know or don't know, it was actually Paul who quit the Beatles first, even though it was John who said he wanted a divorce, but they kept it quiet. But Paul came out and said that he was quitting the Beatles. Now, John accused him of doing that by trying to promote his first solo album. I quit the Beatles and here's my first solo album. Is that an a-hole thing to do? Paul denies it. He says that's not why he did it. But, you know, who knows what the truth is. Now, other people say that Paul is possibly an a-hole because he broke up the Wings. Well, it's his band. You know, to a certain degree, they're all riding on his coattails. Who knows? I don't know. But the video that I watched is Paul McCartney and a-hole. It was absolutely outstanding video. I really strongly suggest that you watch that video. It's kind of long. I haven't finished the whole thing actually myself. I've got about 20 minutes left to watch of it. But it was really, really, again, well done. And I strongly suggest if you're a Beatles fan or a Paul McCartney fan to watch it. It's really good. Then you can come up with your own conclusions. Okay, guys, let us know what you think in the comments. This is really an interesting topic, I think. Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Please spread the word to other Beatle fans or Paul McCartney fans or John Lennon fans or George Harrison or Ringo Starr fans, just in general. Let us know what you think and spread the word. Alright guys, we really appreciate you watching this. Again, please subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you next video.